Welcome back to the All Out NRL Fantasy Podcast. A tough morning to be a Queensland fan like us, Metho. Welcome to the podcast, mate. Your first ever All Out appearance. Welcome.
Cheers, thank you.
Mate, it was a tough battle out there on the Cauldron floor, which is Suncorp. Mate, I was probably the most angry I've ever been watching a football game in my time. Look, I don't want to blame referees or anything like that because New South Wales were very good last night. But a few takeaways from us before we get into the buy, hold, sell, mate. I was extremely impressed by Patrick Carrigan's performance and Tommy Dearden. I thought they both had absolute blinders, and if Queensland won, Tommy Dearden was probably man of the match for me. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, they definitely stepped up. For me personally, I reckon Paddy Carrigan would have gotten my man of the match, playing 80 minutes, making just so many truck ups, making how many tackles he made?
He made 61 tackles,
61
which is just unbelievable.
It's ridiculous. Didn't he make like 40 at halftime?
Yeah, no, he had 32 or something at halftime.
Yeah,
or something like
that's
that.
ridiculous. 80 minutes in a Origin match as a middle forward is just unheard of.
Yeah, look, NRL have got 58 tackles here for Carrigan. The next most for New South Wales was Liam Martin, 37. Dylan Edwards, he was unreal. We'll start with New South Wales because they were the much better team last night. They sort of they played their hand a bit better. Queensland didn't do anything like out of the ordinary with like plays or anything like that. They just trucked the ball up and just hoped that New South Wales would make errors off the back of it. We didn't play any expansive football at all. And the minute New South Wales started to throw the ball around, we had no match for it. I mean, Bradman Best was very good again in a game 3. He scored that try. He had a lot to do to score that try. Your thoughts on Mitch Moses? I thought he was very good as well.
Yeah, look, say for the last 2 games, Mitch Moses has been standout player for New South Wales. He's monumentally changed their attack from Nico Hines. It was big, stagnant, and there was nothing going. And Mitch Moses has just been the difference.
Yeah, Jerome Luai's halves partner was very good as well. I think New South Wales, they just, although Queensland started really well and put shots on, they were winning the metre battle early. Every single time they ran the ball, I reckon it was 8+ meters every time. Yeah. Queensland in our own end, we struggled to get the ball out of our own end and make meters as well.
Yeah, in their sets, they were making at least 40 meters every single time, and then we'd get stuck on our line. We'd make it out to the 30 and then just kick it down, and Dylan Edwards would catch it on their 30, 35 and truck it up to the 50. Yeah,
I mean, they were ultra impressive, New South Wales. And, I mean, Queensland, look, it goes back to what Billy Slater and his selections. As a Queensland fan, I hope Billy Slater just cops it in the media. And I don't mean, like, abuse, right? Yeah. But I think he needs to say either, yep, we got it wrong, or just come out and say what went wrong, because at the moment, his cryptic sort of responses aren't doing him any favours at all.
No, absolutely. Like, saying that, well, for Fafita, for example, his work rate isn't good enough. Surely you can find a way.
The stats don't lie.
Yeah, stats don't lie. Yeah. Like, you could definitely find a role for him in the forwards. Like, Felice Kafusi played, 16 minutes or something last night. Dave Fafita could come off the bench, have a blind over a 16 to open the match, and then you could maybe put him on for another 10. His impact would have been through the roof. It would have been monumental.
It's really good point you said there, because I said it last night to the boys. I said Kafusi started for 16 minutes, didn't come back on the field. No. I mean, it's just 16 minutes that David Fafita could be playing and changing the game.
Yeah.
And then Kurt Capewell came out to start the game and lost the ball and then gave away 2 penalties. Yeah. Which I was just like, God, like we should just have David Fafita on that edge. Imagine Fafita, Ponga, Reece Walsh, and then Cobbo, and who's the other left centre? Hammer down that left edge.
Yeah, that's in the last.
It's like that's your attack sorted right there.
Yeah. Especially when they had that yellow card. If with Angus Crichton off the field, you have Dave Fafita running through there. That game changer, really.
Speaking of the yellow cards, look, Nanai, like Ash Klein before the game would have said, if there's any push and shove like we saw in game 2, someone's going to go to the bin, right? And then Bradman Best knocks the ball on. We'll have a scrum on their 40-metre line attacking for the first time in the game. Nanai does something stupid. He gets sent off for 10 minutes, which was always going to happen regardless. Like, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, it's just that third man in rule, really.
I've never seen someone get sent off from the bench.
No.
Like, when has that ever been acceptable? I think Daly Cherry Evans, and this is coming from a Queensland fan, but I'm sure New South Wales could agree. Like, going from the bench should not be allowed ever. Like, let's be honest.
Nah, you got to kind of have that sense of just like, you're not in the field, you're not involved. Or, well, you're involved, but at the same time, you're on the bench. Like, you're not playing at that moment of time, and it's just unneeded, really, if you go on. Of course, from a Queensland point of view, there were definitely Queenslanders involved in that as well.
I'm pretty sure Klein said if he was on the bench, I'm going to send him off on the mic, and he didn't send him off. Like, completely sent him off. Yeah. So I don't think that was the game, the point that changed the game. I mean, there was definitely an opportunity for Queensland to score if Nanai sort of kept his head. Yeah. But you know what? Fair play to Luai because he got under our skin the whole time. Billy Slater, what's next for him? I'm sure he'll be back next year. I mean, it's hard to 100%. Win two and then come back and, not win this one, but he'll be back next year. He's a young coach. He's going to keep getting better. He got out-coached by Madge, 100%. I think.
Yeah, like, definitely. Madge was the difference.
Madge, he came in and he had to make some big calls. He sacked Tedesco originally. He brought Dylan Edwards in. He picked the best players available for the position.
He picked the form players rather than going based off what they did in the previous years.
Yeah.
Last year when Fittler was the coach, I was calling for Dylan Edwards to come in and replace Tedesco. Even like he was in a bit of an iffy bit of form, but Dylan Edwards has just been the best fullback in the comp for the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, 250 running meters he ran for. You wouldn't have known he did it because he's just such a quiet achiever. Yeah. He just kept trucking along. He made some really big tackles. He set up the Bradman Best try. He had a big involvement in that. So, look, he was outstanding. And we're not taking anything away from the Blues because they were the much better team last night.
Got outplayed, really.
But yeah, Madge just picked the right players for the position, and I think that's where Billy and his cryptic sort of staff. I mean, New South Wales media did a good job of sort of taking the sort of the play out of it, and they brought off-field stuff into it, like Cobbo and them having a biff for feeder and all that issues. So I think Billy's got some thinking to do surrounding how he's going to approach next year.
That's for sure.
And look, fair play to New South Wales. They deserve everything that they got last night. Let's have a quick look at the buy, hold, sell, mate, for round 20. I know my team, and I've actually got you in our personal league. I can tell you now, listeners, that I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people out of my 21.
Yeah, look, I got 15 out of 17, so this could be an all-time throw if I lose this one.
Yeah, you would be throwing. And that's no fault of my own. It's just like all the players that played last week for the buy round is now not backing up. But there is a few injury clouds for the buy, hold, sell. So we'll start with the sells for this week and who we've got as sells. Mitch Moses, his season is done. Ruptured bicep last night, so he has to go. The big question this week is, do we buy Nathan Cleary as the straight swap? Look, I would be sort of hesitant to buy him this week, first week back from injury. He does have, and I'm trying to get up its break even now. He's been told that he's not going to have much kicking to do.
Yeah.
Have you seen that news?
Kicking goals. Well, that's for sure. And especially coming off such a hamstring injury, like you don't really want to risk doing any unnecessary.
Yeah.
And unnecessary like motions or anything like that. So
yeah, his break even's around 90 odd. So anything below like 50, or if he gets 60 even, he'll drop all the way down to 800k. Yeah. And he's very feasible at 800k there. So I would be waiting a week to pick up Nathan Cleary, and holding my breath that he doesn't get over anything near 100. Yeah. Another sell, Sharp, he has to go. There could be news that Ponga doesn't play, backing up for Origin, but he only played like 30 minutes. Not even that, like 20 minutes.
Played 27, 28 minutes, so he should be playing.
Another thing where I thought Billy was completely stuffed up on was Ponga's injection. Like,
he should have played the whole second half. I don't understand why.
He's the most damaging player on the field.
Yeah. What Joey Johns was saying, he's definitely scared of Callum Ponga. He was the one player that he just did not want to be on the field and Fafita, of course. But Callum Ponga's injection last night was just a bit poor, I reckon.
Yeah. Another one that we got to wait and see on for the late mail is Trey Fuller. He's been named on the bench for Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow, who makes his return. My gut tells me Hammer plays if he's fit. So if Fuller does not play or if he's on the bench, he becomes a sell.
Yeah, definitely.
And to who to buy this week, it's getting to a point where you just got to get your guns in, isn't it? Campbell, we said Campbell last week. He is a good shout. I know he's got the bye this week. Oh no, he's playing.
He's there.
But I know he's a good shout for those that don't have Campbell. He's getting Exy now. He's way over 740k. Garrick, he's definitely a buy. 614k, I believe he is. He's a must-have for me. Mitchie Barnett, thoughts on him, mate? He had a stunning game last night.
He had a blinder last night, especially for his debut as well. Like
built for Origin.
Built for Origin, definitely. Like anyone who gets picked for Origin is going to step up, and he certainly did that.
Yeah. Dylan Walker, his Waz teammate, becomes an interesting option now that Tohu Harris is out for the year. I'm just trying to get some stats up about him. He's playing lock this week and looks like he will be for the foreseeable future. Let's just have a quick look about him.
He's at 499k with a break even of 29. So if he's playing at full 80, played 89 last week, got 62 points, made 33 tackles with 6 tackle breaks. So with Tohu Harris out, could be a real viable option.
Yeah, look, there's not much data to go off him. When he plays over 70 minutes and at lock, he averages 48. So there's definitely some sort of value there for Dylan Walker and those that need sort of a mid or a cheap sort of cop-out buy. I'd be looking at him definitely for a buy this week. If you can't afford Mitch Barnett, that is. Yeah. Another mid that people are looking at, again, is Terrell May. I think he's been in and out of everyone's teams for quite a while now.
Yeah, I got rid of him ages ago when just getting played 20 minutes and then he might get played 18 the next week. Got rid of him ages ago.
I don't like buying Roosters players because they got so many guns. My sort of target for the Roosters players would be Angus Crichton. He's a must-have. May's 731k, break even of 40. He has got the start this week, and I believe all the Roosters buys are done. From memory. So, no, they got one in round 23. I think that is round 23. So they do have one more left.
Yeah, that'd be first week of finals for everyone.
No, round 24. I think it is round 24.
Yep.
So, the first week of finals. So, look, he is a bit of a risk there if you want to buy him, but he is still a very viable option. Reid Marnie, he was brought into the Queensland side. I've got him as a buy. He just gets 50 and move on, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a workhorse. Makes at least 40 tackles a week, and he'll get the odd, few running meters and whatever. Just get added on. And
Jai Gray is probably our cheapie of the week again this week. He scored a nice 50 with a penalty try last week. He's got West this week. So if South's getting bloody go on, West could get thrashed again, and I can see Jai Gray getting some good points there. And let's keep on going. Hopewade could be a buy. That's Levi Hopewade for Manly. Tommy Turbo played elite on last Sunday, so he's even an option. Tommy T, if you're not worried about his injury. Let's have a quick look at what he is. Trebojevic.
Just as well, Hopewade, like 81 in 80 minutes, like 2 tries, so 7 tackle breaks as well. So if you are getting him, just be cautious with all those ones. With the tries and tackle breaks as well, if you look at his previous weeks.
Tommy Trebojevic, 602k, so he is very cheap for what he normally is, and I would be getting him, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And, mate, you've got a pot of the week for us, and I'm a bit skeptical about this because the last time that we had a pot of the week on, Millsy said Aaron Clark, so
it's not that
I'm
bad.
A bit skeptical here, but fire away.
Look, it's not too bad. It's Jacob Preston. He's 680k at the moment, owned by 1.9% of people. With a break even of 36, he's averaging 54 when starting this year as well. And when looking at the team list, the Doggies actually have 3 middles on the bench and then a utility at 14. So even though he's coming back from injury this week, there's no backup for him really, so you'd kind of expect him to play 80. And last time he versus the Cows, bit of an omen here, 82.
Wow. Is that including a
82,
try?
It actually wasn't.
Whoa.
Actually wasn't.
680K. Yeah, look, he's definitely a good option. I don't mind that by that shout.
Yeah. And the Doggies also have no buys left as
Yeah, they go on for the whole year. And the Doggies quite have a friendly draw from memory. I know they had quite a hard draw recently, so they got a pretty friendly draw to round out the year. I don't mind that shout, mate. I don't mind it at all. They played the last game against the Cows, so I have heard word that all the Cows players are backing up, so that's good news.
Yeah, good news for Cows fans.
Let's round this out with a few holds. Hands continues to be a hold. Same with Samuel Afonu and KPP. Blaze Talagi, he continues to truck on, and Galvin, he'll come good, Galvin, if the Tigers come good, which could be a bit of an issue for him and his output, but he's keeps going well. He averages 50 this year, so.
Yeah, he's not too bad at all. Just may as well keep him.
Any other words, mate, before we wrap it up? I know everyone's still mourning. I know we're still mourning the losses here, but look, you got to give credit to New South Wales. I've just seen a photo of Brian Toto with his kid on still.
Full kid
on the plane. Going back to Penrith Town. So, mate, it is what it is. We'll come back next year strong.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to Will Cartwright, who plays for the Reds tomorrow night against Wales. I know different codes, but shout out to him. He's going to go well.
Yeah, absolutely.
We might leave it there. Buy, hold, sell will be out Friday or today. No, Friday. The post for the Instagram. Make sure to follow the Instagram, YouTube, and send us a DM if you need any help with your team. And we'll see you then.